All right, everyone, and welcome back into the cave. I know it is Sunday night. What the hell is a fanatic doing in here on a Sunday night? But he has got one hell of a crazy week coming up as he starts to prepare himself to move on. With the Whalers. We're going to say we're going to move on from the Whalers, but here we are. It is Sunday, and if you were with us last week when we were with the Expos here on Exponation, we had just finished up the playoffs. We had been eliminated, and we got to see the Boston Red Sox win the World Series in the year 2001. How freaking crazy was that shit right here on the show? So, you know what that means. That means it's time for, quite possibly the most boring part of our episodes, and that would be free agency. But if you were with us for the last 2-3 seasons, this could also be, the most exciting part, because we have got a lot of decisions to be made right here in the office. And, hopefully we'll get a few viewers to jump in and talk. Also, as we are sitting here doing free agency, we're going to kind of poke around the major leagues and kind of look back on who some of the big time free agents were in whatever year it may have been. So we might just throw a number out there. I think we're going to start in 1990 up until present day. So if you're out there and you're watching, feel free to throw a year up on the board, anywhere from 1990 to 2026. And we'll talk about who the free agent was then and maybe some other players in that era. Otherwise, if you're joining, feel free to throw up a comment. Don't throw up. I mean, it could happen. But no, throw a comment on the board just to let me know you're in the room. And, of course, as we roll through the free agency here in our world, hopefully we'll get a couple of solid free agents. So, with that being said, once again, if you're just jumping in, yes, we are here on a different day. The time's a little bit different, but, work and life has got us in that situation. So here we are on a Sunday night. If you are a fan, good evening. We've got the junior GM in the house. Welcome, as always, to the office, or to the studio first, then to the office, because we've got some business to take care of tonight. But if you are a fan of the NHL, what a day. The Montreal Canadiens pulled off what I consider an upset. The Montreal Canadiens pulled off the upset, beating the Tampa Bay Lightning today in 7 games, and holy, I am so happy about that. Mainly because I don't like Tampa Bay, because in our world, on the Whalers channel, they kick the crap out of us all the time. But of course, because, I called it. I said my Islanders were out, and we were going to start rooting for those Canadians. So, hurrah for the Canadians. Excellent job. Hopefully they can do the same thing in round number 2, as I would love to see them make their way to the Stanley Cup Finals. Okay, a championship would be nice, but the finals would be good as well. Okay, so also up on the right side of the screen, top right of your screen, we had a busy day in Major League Baseball. Quite a few scores up there. That could shift around, might go from the top right to the bottom left. Who knows, as we make our way through tonight's episode. So let's go ahead and make our way inside the office, and we're going to go ahead and see exactly what we've got coming up here in the free agent world, in our free agent universe. So, again, if you're a fan of the show, you know that a couple of these guys have been with us for probably 2+ seasons, depending on when we got them. Mike Mussina, who we picked up, he's been with us for 2 seasons. Of course, we got Mark Grace. He's going to be a free agent. Mark Grace, at the age of 38, had a good season. But the thing to keep in mind is JT Snow. JT Snow had an all-star season coming off the freaking bench. So, yes, no fear with the Go Sabres chant. Yeah, I like that too. I do like that too. But no, I'm going for the Canadiens, baby. Let's go Canadiens. of course, Greg Swindell, who's been around this club. But look at the ages. All right, so these guys are starting to age out. I think Mike Messina probably going to be someone that we will keep for another season. I think we try to sign him to a 1-year deal here in the episode. Mark Grace, I think we kind of let him retire and head off in the sunset. To the sunset? I don't know how that works. And then, of course, Greg Swindell. At the age of 37, he's been a good bullpen piece. But Edgardo Alfonso, who played mainly backup last year, of course, I don't know his name. Ekstrom was our starting third baseman. He got hurt. Alfonso jumped in. At the age of 28, we could keep him around as well. And, of course, relief pitching, we've got Alan Embry. But we'll kind of dive into who exactly we have out there as we go. So I think what we want to try to do is take a look at current free agents. So let's see who's a free agent, if anybody. Contracts. Nope. I got nobody. Yeah, I don't know. But we'll take a look at who the contracts are going to be. I'm sorry, who the free agents are going to be. So here's what we got. Let's go through it by pitching. So Mike Mussina, let's see. And as we're going through this, take some notes and let me know what you think in the chat, what we should do. But Mike Mussina, we'll see what he did for this club last year. So he was 16-13. He pitched 209 innings, so basically the same as the year before. 198 hits allowed, 17 home runs, 131 Ks, 3.49 ERA. So his ERA is up. It's actually higher. 17 dingers he gave up. That's down from 2027. So, but he's starting to get older. You can see his stamina dropped, but he has also improved in quite a few categories. So I think we probably hold on to Messina, and we'll probably put him, he'll be our third, fourth pitcher, right, as we move through the 2002 season. Relief pitcher, Swindell at the age of 37, as I mentioned, and of course Embry. I think Swindell will probably be letting go. Closing pitchers, we don't have anybody at free agency. First baseman, Mark Grace, we'll be letting him go. He did have some great seasons with us in 3 overall seasons. He's been here since year 2 here on the channel. He batted 330, 327, and in this year a steep decline, going down to 263. And home runs also declined, 25, 23, 19, and you see his RBIs as well. Basically playing the same amount of games. So his attributes have dropped significantly, and I think it's probably going to be best for us to move on from Mark Grace. I don't think we would get anything for him even if we attempted to trade him at the moment. Edgardo Alfonso, I think, would play still a good solid backup. We'll see what he's going to want. Maybe we keep him down in AAA and hold on to him if we decide we want to use him. Let's take a look here. What else we got? Our shortstops. At left field, we have a free agent in left field. That would be Mr. Tim Raines, the 42-year-old. And the 42-year-old, sorry about that. I'm texting as I'm talking to y'all. But the 42-year-old Tim Raines, and I can only say that 9 different times. He's looking for a contract, and maybe we just do the same thing we did with him last year, right? We load him in a small deal and just keep him down in the minors because we know he can still come up and do a little something. He didn't play much this year. You see he's declining rapidly. Those red numbers above his attributes are not the best. And then, of course, he only played in 26 games. He did have 2 homers and 5 RBIs, but his batting average was super, super low. And he's down to a 60. So if you look up there on the top of the screen, you can see that he's a potential, but a 60 overall. So he continues to drop. Our center fielders and right fielders were locked in. So basically, I think the 2 we have to make offers to, we're going to go and offer to Mussina. So we haven't tendered a qualifying offer as of yet. But I think we just go ahead and make him an offer. Let's see what he's going to want. So he wants 37.6 mil over 2 years. Now, the thing to remember is we have a $42 million contract that we have almost every year now, and that's Roy Halladay, and I don't think we're going to be holding on to him. We talked about kind of getting rid of him in the off season. But I have my junior GM has told me to look at coaches. So we're going to go ahead and we'll take a look at the coaches, right? Yes. I don't think we need to hire anybody. So Joe Torre is our manager. He still has 2 years left on his contract, and didn't do a terrible job last year. He really didn't. Our hitting coach is Dane Merca, and our drag bunting and our bunting is down, but that's not really something we're looking at. Pitching coach is James Porcelli. Let's see. Antoine Lucy. Let's go ahead and take a look at our farm. We don't have a farm director, so maybe we need to look at a farm director. How about Dave Roberts? Dave Roberts. Wow, he's a Dodger manager. Now we could probably get him for he brings a lot to that farm system. So that would be great. I think let's go ahead and make him an offer. We'll offer him 3 years of 5.1 mil. It's going to be 1.7. We'll bump that to 5 straight, and we'll make him that offer. Let's see if he'll take that. Let's see who else is out there. Christopher Hernandez. Let's see if he's looking for less. He's looking for a little bit less than Roberts, but he doesn't bring as much as Roberts does to the table, and that's the best offer that Roberts had. We got A.J. Hinch, and not much down there. Let's see. Hefner. Jeremy, don't call me Hugh Hefner. Sean Lopez. Sean Gibbs. Yeah, I'm not seeing. I'm really big on hiring the guys who are actual real names. I think that's pretty cool. Even though if you go back to, we're going into 2002 in our world. This guy would have actually been playing for the Red Sox, I believe. So this 2004 would have been the year he slides into second base, and the Yankees were up 3-0 in that series, and we dropped 4 straight. And that was Dave Roberts who kind of got that whole ball rolling. So, okay. So we still got a lot. We got a lot to work on here. So Mike Messina is, I think, the first one. That's right. I was going to take a look to see if we could make a trade. Let's see if anybody would be willing. What do we want? Okay, so here's the deal. All right, if you're watching out there, and I got a couple of viewers tonight, even though I'm on a weird day. But if you're watching and you followed the show, we picked up Halladay. He's a massive, massive contract, which means we could probably get a couple people for him. And it's assuming somebody wants to give us somebody. So what are we looking for? Are we trying to build a little more, or are we trying to go right at it and get a big free agent or 2 big free agents to get this team kind of over the hump and into the second? The whole goal is going to be second round of the playoffs. We can't get out of the first round. We lost to the Marlins twice, so we need to beat the Marlins. All right, that's going to be a huge thing. We gotta beat the freaking Marlins. We got to. So, what do you think we should do to get that accomplish that? Right? Do we want to go prospects with Halladay? Do we want to go MLB ready? Do we just take a look at both and see what's out there? I'm open to any suggestions. So as I'm sitting here kind of waiting, just let me know. Also, we still have the topic of discussion on the board. We're talking free agent, the highest free agent contracts basically the highest free agent contract. We're looking at a span of time from 1990 to today. So throw a year out there, and we'll just take a look and see who the highest contract was that year for a free agent. And then we'll kind of goof on it, talk a little bit about it, and maybe talk about some other players from that time. So I don't have, let's go ahead and go back over here. I'm going to add that. We can take this off the board, and we're going to put some There we go. So we got those baseball scores back up in the corner of the screen from today. So our junior GM, who is quite possibly the greatest guest to the show always. So the junior GM, he's asking me to take a look at all for Holiday. And here is what we're being offered for Roy Holiday. So the Expos are, well, we're offering up Holiday. The Orioles want to give us Caden Green. So he's a 21. Okay, now look at this. Is a total salary dump. Basically, we just give them Holiday in return for a shortstop, a C potential shortstop. And of course, the Orioles of this time would have a shortstop, right? Because Ripken, well, they probably would want to hold on to him because Ripken's probably in his prime or just past his prime. Let's see what else they got. Carmen Marquez. We take a look at the Red Sox. They're offering us Placido Polanco. Okay. So Placido Polanco at shortstop. Now we've got a good shortstop. I'm okay with Orlando Cabrera. So I'd like to see him stay with the club. They're also offering us Justin Duchscherer, Andres Corona, and John Vanderwall. Those are all prospects with Vanderwall, a 36-year-old right fielder. We're going to pass on the Red Sox. How about the Yankees? So the Yankees are offering us C potentials. Okay, but they are offering us Jaime Jimenez, a second baseman, which is a position we could probably use, even though we've got Kilvio locked in there. But we could put him down in the farm system. And, of course, Dave Merrifield, a starting pitcher. So that's interesting. How about a starting pitcher? Dave Merrifield last year played in the minors. So he's a B potential, 62 overall, 25 years of age. So we've got an opportunity here with the Yankees. 2 B potential prospects, and we basically wipe $45 million away. So, but let's continue on, right? Just keep that in mind. I think Yankees, we'll put that on the list. The Rays are offering us 2 C potentials. We're going to pass. The Blue Jays they're offering us three opportunities here. So Sal Fasano, a 30-year-old catcher. We don't need another catcher. Johnny Colon, and how about Tim Salmon? What would that be like to get Tim Salmon and JT Snow on the Expos? Yeah, that's right. Tim Salmon from the Blue Jays. Let's see what he did last year. He would play right field, and he had 15 dingers. He did nothing. So 267. Yeah, not the best. Not the best for him. But how about Johnny Colon? So Johnny Colon last year in 73 games, 83 innings pitched, and he had a 4.63. So pass. That's a hard pass. Okay, and then we have 35-year-old Terry Shumpert. So pass there. The White Sox. Ooh, here's an interesting one. The White Sox are offering us Maglio Ordonez. Maglio last year hit 20 home runs, had 70 RBIs. And we have a pretty solid vacancy in left field. But he can only play right field. So that would mean moving somebody over to left field. So I don't know about that one. Keith Folk, he's a closer. We've got a closer. I feel like we have a pretty good closer. Okay, so as we roll through this, 1994. The junior jam wants to know 1994. So 1994. Okay, so I'm going to throw out a little trivia question here. So in 1994, the highest free agency contract actually went to this former San Francisco Giants first baseman. Previous to 1994, he played for the San Francisco Giants, and he played first base. So that's my first hint. Okay. So if I got a couple viewers out there, if you know who that might have been, I'm not going to tell you who signed him that year, but in 1994, the highest free agency contract went to this former first baseman of the San Francisco Giants. And then, the White Sox want to give us a closer and a first baseman. Okay, we'll pass on that. How about this one? Okay, so we're looking to Are we looking to upgrade at first base? The Indians want to give us Richie Sexson and Enrique Wilson or Andy Fox. Blah, no Andy Fox. The Yankees is still looking the best. They want to give us 2 B potentials. And that's like right up their alley to go after Holiday, right? Davey Cruz from the Tigers. How about Todd? No, Todd Zeal's old. Or Eddie Sprague will pass. The Royals. Somebody's going to throw somebody good out there. How about a 20-year-old relief pitcher in Hayden Pryor? But we'd have to take Mickey Morandini. No. Kevin Young. We'll go Twins. Pedro Julio. He's got to go. Either way, we're trading him. No matter what happens, we're going to trade him. Henry Tapia and Adolfo Gonzalez. Yeah, I got that. This is the Twins. You know who's going to offer us? I know who's going to offer. I bet you the Mets. The Mets will offer us probably a couple of good players. Bet. Tim Van Egmond from the Brewers pass. Andres Mesa. And they're all offering us first baseman. We don't want a first baseman. Javier Valentin from the Angels. Earl Donald. Scotty Kerr. So I'm really looking for those maybe B packages, like two B players, right? Or we could try to put a trade together for a position we need. Maybe an outfielder. So Pablo Francisco, Jason McDonald. How about Ramon Hernandez, Akinori Takahashi, and Vincent Chen? And we basically end up with way more cash at the end of that. Tino Acosta, Cora and Ortiz, Matsui. No, I thought it was the Matsui. I thought it was Godzilla, but it's not. How about Alfonso Rivera? Closer from the Rangers. That's a B potential. We could put him down in the minors. Let him grow a little bit more. Stevie Rogers and Matt Walbeck. Okay, nobody's offering us jack squat, man. We're getting close, though. We're getting close to the Mets. The Mets offer us a B potential second baseman in Melvin Ritson. Say, hold on. What else did they give? John Williams and Preston Wilson. Yeah, no. Like, I'm going to take a $30 million contract for Preston Wilson. Thank you, Mets. Juan Encarnacion and Jeff Rios. That's an interesting one. And Todd Hollinsworth and Dante Bell. Pass. Arthur Bird. Tyler Houston. Paul Finch. Oh, Phil Finch. Travis Lee. How about Travis Lee? The minor leaguer. Last year played 0 games. So Travis Lee, that'd be a good backup first baseman. And it's no cash. Basically just giving them a good pitcher, though. So I think we have to probably put something together ourselves. So what do we need? What do we need, right? I mean, who doesn't have a contract? If you look over here on the left side, we're talking none. So our bullpen is going to be pretty weak. Might have to put together our starting pitching. Musina's going to get re-signed. Kenny Na's going to get re-signed. So I'm not too worried about that. We can get rid of Holiday. And let's see. What else do we need where we lose a starter? Well, Mark Grace, I'm not worried about. A DH probably, huh? Yeah, DH. Ekstrom needs to be re-signed. That's okay. We'll sign him, no problem. Shortstop, we got him locked up for a while. Left field. Yeah, we need a left fielder. So let's go ahead. Let's just do this. Holiday's up on the board. Let's see a team that has a good left fielder. Still got that question on the board. 1994 highest free agent signing. So biggest contract that went to this former San Francisco Giant. Let me know who you think it is. So Ryan Klesko is out there in left field. David Justice. We tried to get David Justice, and look what he did with the freaking Red Sox. 29 dingers, 89 ribbies. Did Richie Sexton play left field? I don't know. I feel like he played. Oh, Jim Thome probably played first base, huh? For that club. That's a good point. I don't know. Let's see. I mean, the person who put this roster together was pretty good, but let me go ahead and see. I'll take a look. Yeah, you can probably hear that. That's a little typing in the background. Richie Sexton. Who did he played for quite a few teams, huh? Dude, did he play in the Richie Sexton? Why can't I just find him? Jesus, I'm in the reference. Richie, spell it right, Mr. There we go. Richie Sexton. Am I getting? Is that a wrong name? No, that's a real dude, right? That was a real dude. I'm pretty sure that was a real dude. Anyway, so we're on the David Justice screen here, and yeah, Junior GM. Did you Google? You Googled that, man. You Googled that, but you are correct. It was Will Clark in 1994. In 1994, Will Clark signed the highest contract. He signed the highest contract for $30 million. Imagine that, folks. $30 million for 5 years with the Texas Rangers. The Texas Rangers. And they had some good teams, man. They had some good teams. I actually went to a Rangers-Yankees playoff game at one point. So David Justice, there's a good left fielder out there that we could trade for. So put that one out there. We do have that offer from the Yankees where we could just dump a bunch of salary and get a couple of pitchers out of them. So that would be the easy way out. Manny Ramirez, he has 3 years left on his $22 million contract. And the Yankees, well, we think we should be getting more. So if we would get Manny Ramirez to play left field, we'd have a powerhouse outfield. Okay, Griffey's kind of in the decline, but we would have Vlad in right and Manny Ramirez in left. Look what Manny did last year. 33 dingers, 96 ribbies. 318 batting average. And I can't believe I'm saying Manny Ramirez, but I would make that trade. I would make that trade right now. We'd have to get something else along with him. So the Yankees, who were a big help to us last year, would be one to go on. This would be a massive trade. We'll go for Bernie Williams. Look what Bernie did last year. 39 dingers, 107 RBIs. Guy had a career year. At 33, he'd be a nice little addition. We put him in left or right, and he could play DH as well. So this is fantasy baseball, right? This is fantasy baseball. But I keep building a damn Yankee team. I keep trying to build a Yankee team every year in free agency. Bubba Trammell, so he's 30 years old. Randy Wynn, there he is. That's right, half-court shot, Randy Wynn. Was it full court or half court? Yeah, I think No Fear was with me that night. Blue Jays, Shannon Stewart. Now, here's a nice one. 15.8 mil, could play left field. Also plays center and right, so an all-around outfielder. Last year, he only hit 10 home runs with 44 RBIs, and he batted .225. So I think we're going to pass on Shannon Stewart. Manny Ramirez. Okay, that's one vote for Manny Ramirez. I'm going to put that right here in the old noggin. So that's beautiful. Manny Ramirez. I like that. And if we get Manny Ramirez, we'd probably have to give up something else. But maybe we could dump a little bit more cash too, right? We send them Holiday, and maybe they'll take something else off of, from us. Maybe they'll take something else from us, and we'll get something else in return to kind of make a little blockbuster. But let's keep going through, right? We've already seen what we could get for him, and we're about 30 minutes into this. So want to make sure, kind of fly a little bit, right? Carlos Lee, he plays left field for the Sox in our world, and last year he's a minor leaguer. 26 years of age, beat potential. But we do have a pretty good left fielder, good prospect as well. We don't want to forget about that. But we're looking for somebody who can play next year And who knows, maybe we could sign him for a year or two after that. Maybe they could be one of those old-timey DH guys. We've got Miguel De Los Santos. Oh, look at the Indians. They need a left fielder. They are crappy. Remember that. Maybe we can give up our prospect later on. Troy O'Leary, who we had, he played with the Spos a couple of years ago. You can see here. And we traded him. We let him go at the end of the season. We did not re-sign him. Adolfo Ramos, 20 years old, A potential, 78 overall. Adolfo Ramos. Last year, 15 homers, 69 RBIs. And they would go for that. And that is $0, ladies and gentlemen. That would mean we have bank. I would love to give up, just send Holiday to Kansas City for Ramos, right? He's 20 years old, which means he's only going to grow at A potential and a 78 overall. We could post him up in left field. He also plays center and right, okay? He's a left-handed hitter, which is not bad. So there's another one. So Manny Ramirez, Adolfo Ramos, right? We could do that. And we'll send Holiday. He'll just go pitch in Kansas City, which seems to be where a lot of guys go. Henry Rodriguez, pass. Jeff Jenkins, pass. Brock Steen, Charles James, Rusty Greer, Pablo Valentin. We'll pass on him too. Greg Vaughn, he's 36. That's right, he's with the Braves, but that's a massive contract. Jeff Conine, pass. Greg Jeffries, what? Greg Jeffries. 34-year-old, D potential Greg Jeffries. I'd throw him in as a piece. B.J. Surhoff. B.J. Surhoff was an all-star. Was Cliff Floyd? Cliff Floyd was with us too, right? No, Cliff Floyd was not with us. The B potential left fielder, $3.3 million. So I don't know, man. It's looking like we go big with Manny. You go Holiday for Matt Holiday. Okay, where's Matt Holiday? How about Terrence Long? Jay Payton, what? I like Jay Payton. So he's pretty cool. Okay, where's Matt Holiday? He would be with who? Did I miss him? Let's see. All right. Let's go here. Let's just go search him since we're playing the game here, right? Matt, is it Holiday? Holl? Yes, it is. And search. Matt Holiday is currently a 52 overall. His potential is B, and he's a left fielder for the Hartford. Is the Hartford Yard Goats? Yeah, sorry, gonna pass on Holiday for Holiday. I think we have two options. So we've got the young, up and coming left fielder from Kansas City, where we basically dump all of that salary to Kansas City, or we take Manny Ramirez and hold on to 15% and hold on to 50% of that. So I don't know. That's kind of where we were, right? So, me personally, I'm thinking we go for the young buck, throw him out in left field, see what he can do. But I'm also like, do we just go straight to Manny and try to get some straight up pop in offense? When we've done that so far through 4 seasons, when we've done that, either it's a colossal failure and they don't do anything, or they get hurt. The junior GM is saying, do you want to win now or in the future? I'm thinking, okay, you know what? So that's a great question. And it's a very mature question, actually. So, I mean, do we want to win now or do we want to win in the future? So when we started this, it's like, okay, I'm trying to play this for probably 5 or 6 seasons because the whole idea was to move or to get them to the World Series before they would have moved. So I believe they move in 2007. We're now in 2002, right? So let me just double check that. But I think it was 2007 that they moved. So yeah, and this asked me, okay, so Googling that. And so they actually moved in 2020. Well, they announced their relocation in 2024, and they played their first game in Washington in 2005. So we're going to go ahead and say that we have basically 3 seasons, right? We're heading into 2002. So we have 2002, 2003, 2004. So to try to keep them from moving, I think the only way to do that would be to continue making it, right? So we did make the playoffs 2 years in a row. I would think that in real world that would be some money. We'd be making some money and probably bringing some fans back to Olympic Stadium. So the main idea of this is to try to get them to win. So you're right. Are you? Did I answer the question? I want to win now. I want to win now to keep them in Montreal. So I think the idea is to go out and get ourselves a big-time guy like Manny Ramirez, and we'll trade Holiday, and we'll probably get another piece because because we're saying we need more. Okay, there we go. I just talked myself into it. Thank you very much, young man, for pointing that out to me. Appreciate that. Okay, so let's go back here. We'll go back to our starting pitcher. Holiday, you're gone. We're going to go to, he was a Yankee, right? And let's see if we can get another piece. We'll kind of scroll through them as well. So you're looking at that bar up on top. We want to try to get that as close to even as possible, right? If I turn it off, basically, what they're saying is we think we should be getting more value. So does that mean them? That's pretty much garbage. Okay, so we have to give them something else. Add Kareem Hawkins to the trade? Ooh, that was my first draft pick, dude. You want me to add Kareem Hawkins to the trade? That would mean that my backup is Zeke Morales. When the hell did we get... Oh, who the hell is Zeke Morales? Oh, he's in AAA. Okay, I mean, that's not a bad backup. Let's see what he did last year. It doesn't tell us. Oh, we also have Timmons. And what if we move... No, I won't do that to you guys. Okay, we could move Ratrick Von Schwinga, but let's go with Kareem Hawkins. Okay, so the trade would put our organization over the maximum number of players. So we'd have to match up here. So they're looking for a relief pitcher. Well, let's see. Maybe we can give him a relief pitcher just to kind of top this thing off and hold on to Hawkins. Move Hawkins later on. How about... Okay, he's not signed, so we can't move him. We give him Rocker? No. We give him Embry? He's not signed. Who else we got down there? Scott Shields? Nope, they don't want Scott Shields. Eric Gagne? Nope. Oh. Okay, so we gotta get somebody else in this deal, huh? To kind of balance it out? Is that what it is? Let's see what happened if we did offer Kareem Hawkins. Let's see. So they're cool with it, but we'd have to get somebody else, right? So Holiday and Hawkins for Ramirez. See what they got for starting pitchers. Maybe we could pick through them a little bit. They got absolutely no Bartolo Colon. Already done that. Esteban Loaiza, Hideki Irabu. He pitched for them. Didn't he pitch for the Expos? They want more. How about just straight up? We should be getting more value. Okay, so they want more. How about if I take... Oh, okay, he's not signed. We need somebody that's signed to a contract. Let's see what else we got in here. Mariano Rivera? Wouldn't you like that? Man, I'll just go out and take Mariano Rivera too. Okay, they said no. They said absolutely not. Posada. No, John Flaherty. Bill Hasselman. Tino. How are we at first base? Raul Guzman. Okay, what position does he play? You got to put that in there, kid. You're going to make me scroll through all these to find out. We could go with... Oh, we're loaded at first base, too. Jeez. Where are they weak? They're weakest at third base. And we've got... What if we throw... Oh, we can't because he's not signed. Starting pitcher, Yankees. Okay, let's see. Starting pitcher, Yankees. And we said Raul Guzman. The 19-year-old, see potential. He's a lefty. That'd be a nice little piece, right? How about Booker House, just because his name is frickin' badass. Booker House. Booker House. Let's see if we threw him in there. Kevin Brown. What? Okay, so Booker House we can't get. The 37-year-old Kevin Brown, nah. Edgar Cairo. 22-year-old beat potential. Throw him down in the farm system. I like that. Righty. Let's take a look at this dude, though. Guzman. So they'll give us Guzman, but they want more is the thing. See how that works? I can't get that bar to move over. What else do we give up? Who do we have that's heading into? Do we give him Trey? No. Give him Javi? Oh, wait a minute. Now they're interested. They want 2 of our starting pitchers. That would leave us Pettit, Messina, Moore. But we'd have money, right? We'd still have money. We'd have some money. You know what? So we'd be dumping $50 million to their... So we'd get more back. So that would be pretty good. Do we want to trade Javi Vasquez, man? I don't know. 2 pitchers to the Yankees who are... Well, they struggled last year. For a young starting pitcher and Manny Ramirez. Let's see what else. How about Ken Na? Oh, here we go. Now we're talking. So I signed him last year. He pitched 1 year for us. He went 11-13. So what do you think of this deal? We give them Roy Halladay and Ken Na for Manny Ramirez and this young... How about if we go Booker House? Okay. Because I like the name Booker House. So, Halladay and Na for Manny Ramirez and Booker House. Right? Now, that's going to open up some cash, and maybe we can go out and get ourselves a nice, solid starting pitcher in free agency. What do you think? Do we go with that? I'm right here. I'm waiting. Whatever it is you think we should do. I think it took us a little bit of time to pull this off, but that's a win now situation, right? That's a win now. Manny Ramirez in that outfield, book it. Thank you. My junior GM says book it. All right. I think it's good. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Let's go ahead and boom, boom. Welcome to the team. Manny freaking Ramirez. You'll be playing left field for this club. All right. So contract wise, let's go through our lineup, our defense, and see where we are. Veritek locked in 5 to 10 years. Okay. He's going to be our starting catcher. JT Snow. We're going to release Mark Grace. JT, we got you for 1 more year at 10.1 mil. You'll be our first baseman next year. Kilvio, we still have you locked in. You'll be at second base. Third base will be Robert Ekstrom as soon as we sign him. Shortstop, Orlando Cabrera. Boom. Left field will be Manny Ramirez, backed up by Sung Hyun Chu or possibly Zeke Morales. I think Zeke Morales. Now, we are still very heavy in left field, which means we can move a few of these names. Okay, Tim Raines, I think he's going to stay down in the minors, or we release him because he has no contract. Tommy Timmons, Kareem Hawkins, and our boy Ratrick Von Schvinga. Well, we got some talking to do because we might have to move some of those left fielders. Okay, center field, we've got Griffey, or we can move them to center field or right field. We might be able to move them positions. Griffey's still locked in for 1 more year, and of course Vlad Guerrero for 2, and we've said Vlad Guerrero is untouchable as we try to go through 3 more seasons with this club. So here we are. Okay, I think we have improved greatly just with that one trade by getting Manny freaking Ramirez on this club. So yeah, that's it. That's what we're going to be calling him most of the year. Okay, Manny freaking Ramirez, because that's what I called him when he was playing. So okay. With that being said, we do have some work to do though. We still have some guys we have to sign, right? So let's go to the calendar. I'm not really sure how this all works. But let's see. So we acquired. Oh, that's right. We traded. We didn't. Yeah, we traded Ken Na and Holiday for Ramirez and book a house. Welcome to the club. Let's see Manny Ramirez. Oh, they don't show him. God damn it. So Ken Na, who we got last year in free agency, we thought, or in a trade, we thought was going to be great, and whatever. Okay, so let's go ahead and Dave Roberts is no longer interested in the offer to be farm director for the Expos. Yeah, I'd like to stop simulating because we need to find ourselves a nice farm director. So he's not interested. Oh, well, the Tigers have offered him more money. So, wait, what? No, I don't want to hire him to be a manager. Why is it doing that? Okay, we'll bump it. Tick, tick. So they offered him 5.5. I'll give you. There you go. I'll give you 5. I'll give you 5.8. My junior GM says we need to hire some coaches. So here we go. We're gonna make you an offer, and that puts him. I don't know. I don't know money, man. I'm not. Whatever. Just spend it. Usually Mrs. Fanatic does most of that stuff. So okay. That's where we are. All right, let's go ahead and bump. We're going to bump it again. So we are... I lost my manager? What do you mean I lost my manager? What are you talking about? Did I? All right, we got to take this thing off the screen because it's hiding shit and I can't see it. Let's go ahead and boom. Nobody really cares about that. So what do you mean we lost our manager? Did he die? What happened to him? Did I fire him? No. Why would I fire my manager? Oh, we did. Oh, no. Shit, we just hired Dave Roberts to be our manager? That would be crazy. Where the hell did he go? I think maybe he just sailed off into the sunset. Okay, what do you think? Who do we hire? Do we hire friggin' Dave Roberts to be our manager? Why not? There you go. Boom. He wants $24 million to be our frickin' manager. Wait a minute. What's he getting? Oh. Withdraw that offer, right? Now we want to make an offer to be our manager. Yeah, I'll offer you that. No. Why is it doing that? I don't want you to be my... I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Managers for hire. Let's see who else we got out there. How about Sean Gibbs? Brings contact, bunting. Now, we just got a guy like Manny. So we're probably going to need some power, right? We need someone that can bring us power. Adds to our power. So let's see. How about Jack Tomaszewski? No. Brady Gillespie. That's reaction and speed. That's hitting coach, though. That's pitching. There's not a lot out there, man. Not a lot out there. Kevin Taylor. Does it tell me what I'm going to hire him for? Am I missing something? Oh, wait, just went. How about Kyle Bottlebergs? That's a sweet name. Kyle Bottlebergs. What do you say, guy? We're going to go ahead and hire ourselves a little Kyle Bottlebergs. No, I want to offer Dave Roberts. the manager job, right? But it's trying to... It's weird. It's trying to offer him the farm director position? Oh, that's what they offered him. Dude, seriously? You think he would take that? Okay. Okay. Let's see. So we need a farm director and we need a manager, so... Good call, dude. I didn't even see that. I really didn't even see that. I missed it. If I advance the date, maybe Torrey will be resurrected. That's a good call. Let's go ahead. I don't know how that happened. He was there. Dave Roberts is no longer interested in the offer to be manager for the Expos. What the shit, man? It's like every day. This dude's just finding new stuff. Let's go back to reviewing the staff. So we're looking to hire a manager, right? Maybe he just disappeared. So look at these guys just being picked up. So Jack Tomieski is quite possibly the best one out there. Nolan Miles, Foster Chipper. Where did I find him that night? I have no idea. All right, Kevin Taylor, we're going to make you an offer. $12 million for 3 years. Come and manage the Expos. I got to get somebody. I'm over that shit. We need a farm director too, huh? Okay, let's go. Farm director, Dave Roberts, he already passed on that. Jack Tomieski, no. Ivan Francisco. I'll make you that offer. Boom. Come and manage manage our farm system. He brings a little something to the table, so we'll see. Okay, we got to move on. All right, let's see if we can get him. So today is the last day to tender a qualifying offer. Oh, man, that's right. Yes, I want to stop because we got to make some offers here. So what are we doing here? I am not going to give him a qualifying offer. Let's see. Mike Messina wants, it would be a 1 year, $25.6 million. No. We'll make him an offer. I'll give him 2 years. And let's see what we get out of him. Where does it stop? Okay, it turns yellow right around. Maybe we just sign him for a year. What does he think about a year? Okay, we'll go a year, 19 mil. And there we go. He's interested. Mark Grace, we're going to go ahead and we're going to release him. He's going to go to free agency. Swindell goes to free agency. Alfonso goes to free agency. Embry. Tim Raines. Tim, I'll give you 1 year, $750, back to the minors. And that's it. So we only offered Messina and I'll give him 1 year at $780 too. So there we go. That's where we are. I don't know if that's going to do anything. Mike Messina might leave. All right, let's do this. We'll give him the 1 year. I'll give him 20 straight up. And if not, we go out and get a new free agent pitcher because we got the money, right? We got the money to do it. So, all right, let's go ahead and simulate a day and see what happens. Today is the day to offer contracts to free agents. That's right. Now is the time. Would you like to stop simulating? Yes. Let's see what's out there in free frickin' agency. We've got some contracts to sign first, though. So this is where it gets a little boring because we got to go through and see who's going to stay. Booker House, we just got you from the Yankees. So we'll go ahead and renew your contract. Right? Talk to me while I'm doing this. That's great. Solomon Crow, you are a C potential relief pitcher, starting pitcher. Go ahead and renew your contract as well. If we renew it, they're here right away. Joaquin Carlson, he's a B. We'll renew his as well. Jeremy Powell. Yeah, I think most of these minor league guys we can keep. A couple of them will dump. Let's see. He's a 50 overall, 27 years old. Get Jeter. Is he a free agent? Oh, no. You think we bring Derek Jeter to the freaking Expos? Oh, well, we got to free up some cash then. We're going to have to free up some cash. So let's see what we got here. He's a 26-year-old. He's a 28-year-old. These guys are all old, man. All old starting pitchers. This guy stays because he's... You know what? Let's just re-sign them all. That just makes sense. Because they're all minor leaguers anyway. Sorry, it's a lot of noise going on here. But Derek Jeter, holy shit. If we got Derek Jeter, that'd be great. That's the fun stuff, right? This is all the boring shit. Especially the pitchers. There's so many of them. Okay. Relief pitchers, same deal. Eric Gagne, he definitely stays. Right? And then we've got Jake Westbrook, who I have signed numerous times, hoping he would grow. He's up to a 42, but we'll keep Jake Westbrook for another season. Nate, who else we got in here that's good? Ramon Marrero. He's a C potential. I'm going to keep the C's. That's going to be the new rule. Everybody else can go, unless they're a name, right? Rick DeHart. He's been here for a couple seasons. He can go. Tim Marsh, the 20-year-old, 48 overall. Yeah, you get to stay because you're a C potential. I like C potential. Okay, closing pitchers, nobody. So Elroy Sanguillen. Where are we at catcher, right? Okay, so he's our third, so he stays. He's kind of third on that depth chart. We'll keep this. No. Oh, we'll keep Hamilton Porter, of course. Got to make sure we keep Hamilton Porter. Alexi Armas. Yeah, you could say two. All right, who else we got? Lawrence Romero. He's an A potential, so he stays. Because if they end up moving to Washington, they'll need him. Eric Hinsky. 25 years old, left-handed bat. Probably be good down there in the minors. I don't think we did much in the minors. I didn't really look. Second base, nobody. Robert Ekstrom. Okay, here we go. Simon Pond, you are gone, man. The 26-year-old, 48 overall F potential. How can somebody be an F potential? Okay, I mean, I'm an F potential at any sport other than golf. Now that I'm older, but an F potential, and you're playing in the major leagues. Well, you almost did. Ekstrom, you have to come back, and we get him at a bargain basement price. So $780,000. Thank you very much. Pond, you're gone. Okay, so here's where we get a little dicey, right? The shortstops, these are some dudes we can trade. We talked about this before. So Howie Baroa, we knew had another small contract. All right, if you're jumping in, and you want to jump in, say a little something, give me another year. I'd love to look up another year and see who made the most money in that year. Left fielders. Okay, baby. This is where it gets a little interesting. So, we have got Sung Hyun currently in the bigs, right? He's a C potential. He has done not much for this staff, for this club. Not much at all. We've got Kareem Hawkins down in Triple A. We've got Tommy Timmons currently in Triple A. We got Trace Coquelet. And then we have Ratrick Van Schvinga. The Schvinga Jr. right here. And we know that he's going to do something big. At some point, he's going to make this team. So I think we just go... I think we say goodbye to Sung Hyun. Just say goodbye to Sung Hyun. He was around for a little bit, but... Plus, we just got Manny Ramirez, right? So we can let a couple of these bodies go. The rest of these guys can go sit down in the minors. Maybe Tommy Timmons will back him up. Timmy Tommins, however you say his name, whatever he is. Center fielder Ed Marquez. Yeah, he'll stay. We're almost there, folks. Right fielders. Okay, so we're locked in. Here's everyone that's not signed, and boom. Okay, so we signed everyone we needed to. Okay. And now it's time. Let's take a look at some of these free agents. Okay, so we'll go around the horn real quick. Let's go up to that's our roster. We're going to skip that. Let's go to our depth chart. This is what we're looking at, okay? So at catcher, we've got Jason Varitek. What I'm seeing right here is catcher and first base. Ladies and gentlemen, we have built this team to look at the rankings. If you can see that up on the screen. So we're currently 7th ranked in the league at pitching. We're 2nd at second base. We're 5th at shortstop. We are 4th at on third base, 3rd in right field, 4th in center field, and with Manny Ramirez, we're now 3rd in left field. Our closing status is 10th. We need a bullpen. So I think the main focus here in the offseason is going to be the bullpen. All right? So we gotta make a few moves, maybe try to make a splash. If we make a splash and we bring in somebody, then we trade somebody. The outfield is locked. Our outfield is 100% locked. Okay? Our shortstop position, it's a little weaker. Our first base position is weaker. JT could end up being our DH, and we go out and get a first baseman, but we have to solidify that bullpen because we've gotten better. We just need to get a little bit better. So let's go ahead and of course catcher is kind of weak too, but that is what it is. Let's go ahead and jump to free agency and take a look at who's out there. We want to see who's out there. And here's the top free agents of 2002. I don't know if this was an actual freaking thing. I don't think it was. Or at the end of the 2001 season. But Derek Jeter, who wears number 33 in this universe, and last year, he hit 32 home runs, had 101 RBIs, and hit 302. One hell of a season. Look at his on-base percentage at 378, slugging 543. So not exactly what he did. He's a little bit on the decline. Not what he did in the first season. But we go and get Jeter to play catcher. I noticed that too. He's a backup catcher in this universe. And center and right. So, I mean, he could play everywhere. What else do we have here? So starting pitchers. We said relief pitchers is something we need to look at. Ramiro Mendoza, he was coming out as a closer last year for much of the season. I believe he was with Baltimore at the end, 54 total saves. So we don't really need a closer. Embry is the 57th ranked free agent, and we could maybe get him again. But we need to get that bullpen going. We've got a closer and a setup man, but we don't have much in the way of middle relief or long relief. So, and there's other guys down here too. That we could always go out and get that are not top 150s. So we'll look through those as well. But who else we got? Closing pitchers, Billy Wagner. We don't need a closer. Catchers, Mike Piazza is a free agent. So our budget right now is $42 million. Mike Piazza is a free agent. Last year he hit 22 home runs, 69 RBIs, batted .264. So I'm thinking, my mind's going, right? We get Mike Piazza to start most of the season, and you have Varitek back him up. And then to give him a rest, you put Mike Piazza in as DH in American League ballparks, and Varitek catches. I don't know. Just thinking. Just spitballing there. Let's see. What else do we have? Who else was catching there? Alomar, Dan Wilson, and a couple other names. I don't remember Phil Nevin being a catcher. Was Phil Nevin really a catcher? I don't remember that. But let's see. Tony Clark at first base, who's our first baseman? JT Snow. Don't really want to do anything with that. We could look at Carlos Delgado, who last year hit 25 dingers, 90 ribbies, and batted .257. Not the greatest. Mark Grace. Yeah, imagine if we got him one more time. But I did that last year, and it almost screwed me. Rafael Palmeiro's out there. 16 dingas, 53 ribbies. That would be a great infield. Frank Thomas, what? 34-year-old Frank Thomas, the big hurt, hasn't played since our initial season. Well, he played a little bit in Atlanta, Hasn't played much since that first season. I don't know. That would be a that wouldn't be the best. Mark McGwire is also out there. The 38-year-old A potential. Last year he hit 15 home runs and 52 RBIs in San Diego of all places. So yeah, I don't know. That's not really gonna happen. Second base, we're good. We got Kilvio. Third base, we got Ekstrom. There's really nobody at third base. Shortstop, Derek Jeter. Oh my God, Derek Jeter. Let's, you know what? If we got Derek, there we go. So we need to put some priority on this because, there we go, Derek Jeter. And what else do we want? Derek was a right-handed batter. That just makes him even better. And I don't know what he would be here. Contact? Oh, yeah, there we go. So we got everything for Derek Jeter. We got everything for Derek Jeter. We're putting all of our eggs in the Derek Jeter basket. We are putting all of our eggs in the Derek Jeter basket. And he only wants $30 million a year for 10 years. So that would leave us a little bit of money. We'd still have some money to play with if we got Derek Jeter. Let's go through here and look at some relief pitchers. Because I feel like we're pretty solid the rest of the way around. So recommended free agents, all free agents. Let's go to relief pitchers and go down the list here. So we need someone who's got some stamina and can go in long relief. So for my viewers out there, if you were a late 90s, early 2000s fan and we had Terry Mulholland in the first season. Not bad. Okay, his ERA was good last year in 64 games with the Cubbies. 2 saves, 18 holds, 71 innings. So he threw a couple of innings, and he had a 1.51 ERA. So he's 39, though. He's 39. Mike Magnanti's out there. I think we would want to go long reliever. We got to go lefty-righty. We got to get 2 lefties and 2 righties to put out in our bullpen, I would say. That's me. Anthony Telford, Paul Quantrill, Julian Tavares, Lance Painter, Steve Reed, Mike Myers, who had 42 saves for Houston last year, the lefty. The attributes is what's important. So we got to make sure we're looking at Brian Bohannon, the lefty. He's a deep potential. Not interested. How about Buddy Groom? Buddy Groom, 62 overall, 36 years old. Last year with Cleveland. Yeah, no, pass. Really looking for the potential. High potential. Let's see what else we got out here. How about Jose Mesa? Jose Mesa, B potential, 36 years old. That'd be a good little bullpen addition. Last year for Florida. That'd be great to rob him from Florida, but his ERA is freaking astronomical at 6.38, so I'm going to pass on him. Who else we got? Mike Stanton. Mike Stanton, 3.86 ERA. He didn't play at all last year, the 35-year-old, and that's why, because he's way down. Jeff Nelson, who we've had before, did not play at all last season either. Last time we had him, he pitched 69 games, 81.2 innings, 3.31 ERA, the 35-year-old righty. Then we got Mike James, Arthur Rhodes. Most of these guys are pretty old, right? So we got Scott Service, Ricky Bottalico. Maybe we go to starting pitchers and just see who's a starting pitcher. David Wells is still out there. Went 13-14 last year for the Cubbies. 13-14 for the Cubbies. Randy Johnson, asking 1 year. The 38-year-old left-handed pitcher, 15-11 last year with Baltimore. 3.96, so the ERA is up. Strikeouts, he's still got it. 200 Ks last year, 63 walks. Let's see what else we got. Frankie Calderon, Chan-Ho Park. Chan-Ho, what did you do last year? Yeah, I like a little Chan-Ho Park, 15 and 11. That'd be a nice little piece to the puzzle. Brett Saberhagen, he's old. Gonna pass on him. Andy Ashby, Aaron Seeley, Rick Reed. How about Mike Hampton? He could swing a bat too. Yes, I know he can swing a bat. He went 8 and 15 with the White Sox though. That's the freaking White Sox. How about a knuckleballer? We don't have a knuckleballer. 35-year-old Tim Wakefield. That'd be a nice little piece as well. Last year he went 12 and 7 with Boston. 3.97 ERA. 174.2 innings pitched. Cordova, Clark, Finley. Chuck Finley, he's getting older, 39 years old. We're going to pass on him as well. Dave Burba, Kevin Brown, who we already talked about. John Burkett, 37 years old, probably with the Dodgers. The Dodgers, what? Denny Nagel, Rosado, Darryl Kyle. 33-year-old Darryl Kyle. Last year went 7 and 11. With the Yankees the year before, he went 11 and 1. Wow. Okay. Mark Petkovsik, Pat Rapp, Donovan Osborne, James Baldwin, Sean Estes, Ishmael Valdez, Pedro Estacio, Pete Harnish, Andy Bennett. How about Jose Lima? No. Alan Watson. Dwight Gooden. Oh, baby. We have not had Dwight Gooden. He went 3 and 2 last year. 2.43 ERA. Do we bring him? Do we bring him back? Do we revive the Doc? I think we do. How about Charles Nagy? He's 35 in this. Last season he was with the White Sox. No bueno. Woody Williams. I'm gonna pass. Brian Anderson, Jeff Suppan, Ramon Martinez. Scott Erickson. So you see, I mean, all their attributes are just amazing. Okay, I think that's really where we got to go. I think we just go after the big man first. So let's see. We got to throw somebody up on the board, though. What do you think? Who do we put up there? I scrolled through quite a few people. Depth chart, where else are we weak? Catcher? All right, let's look at a catcher. Oh, that's what I was talking about. Mike Piazza. See what he wants. Mike Piazza. Let's see what we can get out of him. Oh, wait a minute. Why did Derek Jeter change? Did you see that? Why did he change? See, he's green. Little motivation boost, green. And then watch this. If we put Piazza, he drops. To plug. Oh. Because we're getting. Okay, I see. Come on. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna go ahead and lock this in. Let's go ahead and we'll throw a pitcher up there too. How about a relief pitcher, just for shits and gigs? We'll throw Ramiro Mendoza. He's asking 4.9. So that would get us to about 46 mil. Our budget is 42. So remove him. These two guys gets us to 42. That's like our whole freaking budget. But no, they're not both going to sign. There's no way. No way. All right, let's go ahead and see what happens. We already did our contracts. We're locked in. Arbitration. Rocker. Nah, we'll pass on Rocker. Oh no, we'll offer him arbitration. Let's just make him an offer. 7.1. Okay. I can't believe I just did that, but did I do it? Yeah, I did. Shane Bennett will offer him arbitration. My offer is the minimum, dude. Suck it up. Okay. Bada bing. There we go. Did we not? Oh, no, we offered him a contract. Select the 40-man roster. How the hell can I do that? What do we have on the 40-man so far? I have 30 people. I don't have enough. All right, we don't need to do that right now. Let's simulate Can we just skip a day? Oh, we can't do it that way. Simulate. Go here. Oh, I see. I see how it works. Okay. We go to the next. Kevin Taylor has accepted the Expos offer as manager. Welcome to the club, Mr. Taylor. Yes. And Ivan Francisco has accepted the Rays offer as farm director and is no longer. Yes, so we need a farm director. I can do that. I'm not that good with pigs or cows. And that was a total dad joke, but I'm sticking to it. Well, I mean, there's a good explanation for that. Did we get somebody? No, we didn't. So we need to look for what? A farm director. Matt Blake, no. Ethan Gordon, no. Boom. Dominic Townsend, make an offer. There we go. Let's see if he would be interested in being our farm advisor. So, there it is. Derek, top off-season transactions. Derek Jeter becomes a free agent. You know they're going to sign him. You know we're not going to get him. So Troy Light goes to the Padres for Danny DeBarney. Yeah, good for you. And today is a day to offer contracts to free agents. Yes, I'd like to stop simulating. Let's go to free agency. Okay, so Chuck Knobloch has been. Yeah, I'm not interested in Chuck Knobloch. Sorry. So Derek Jeter's at 25%. Mike Piazza is interested in signing with this club. How about that? Mike Piazza. But it's like, if we do that, we only have $37 million to spend. He wants 12. Derek is going to want 30. Banking on this Derek Jeter shit. But, okay, let's offer him a contract. Let's give him 1 year. Give him 1 year. Do we totally lowball his ass? And we got a catcher, so I'm not that worried about it. Nah, we can't do that. Okay, we'll give him... Yeah, no, we got to wait for Derek Jeter. We got to got to see what... I mean, he's only at 25%. So we got to wait for Derek. So let's see if we can... What we can get for... it's between those two. Shit. And we just got fucking Manny Ramirez. We should be building up this damn bullpen. I shouldn't be going after Derek Jeter. I should be locking in that pitching staff. With that powerhouse outfield. All right, you know what? Let's go. We'll offer Embry too, because we've had Embry before. So let's go ahead and lock in the changes and see what happens. All right. If anything happens during a week, then we'll go with it. So Mike Piazza says now or never. The Braves, the Tigers, and the Padres are interested in Piazza. So what do we do? Do we offer him a contract and bank on Derek signing with the Yankees? Or do we just let him walk? Because we have Veritek. We do have Veritek, and he's kind of coming into his own. So let me know. I got a couple people watching at the moment. So a thumbs up to a pass or thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever it is. Throw it up on the board. We're about an hour and 20 minutes into the episode. Would love to get through the whole free agency part tonight so that we could start on our fresh season, which would be the 12th of May. So we'd start our new season on the 12th of May, heading into the 2002 season. So Mike Piazza is on the board currently telling us, decide what you want. I don't know if it necessarily means we would get him. So we move on from Piazza, get Jeter. Gagne can be brought up, and you can trade prospects for pitchers. That's a good idea. Look at you, man. That's what we want you guys, right? Okay, so we're going to say not interested. Mike, go out there, and he signs with the freaking Braves. Mike Piazza goes to the Braves. Who would have... Would you ever thunk that? Ooh, baby. Okay, let's just go back here. So we're still locked out of the free agency market. Okay, so I like the idea. I'm loving this idea from my AGM, which is move on from Piazza. He's gone. He went to the Braves. Continue to chase Jeter. Okay, but what's the contingency if we don't get Jeter? I mean, we don't really need much, and then we can go and start to try to trade some of those shortstop prospects, right? Some of those shortstop prospects, some of the other guys for some bullpens. So that's good. Yeah, I like that. See, I'm starting to think too now. I don't think that way. I think more as the guys pressing the X's and the O's here. Okay, so let's go ahead and simulate to Reggie Sanders signing with the Red Sox. Congratulations to Reggie Sanders. Billy Wagner, the closer, goes to the Blue Jays. Edgar Renteria, shortstop. We missed Edgar Renteria, but he's going to go to the Indians. So is it free agency time yet? No, it is not. So we'll simulate another day, and yes, we'd like to stop. Let's go here. It's going to be free agency. Derek Jeter is now at 34% motivation to sign. Still rumored to be talking to the Cubbies and the Yankees. I can't offer him a contract because he's only at 34%. So he's playing the game, man. He is playing the game. So I think we go here. Yeah, we can do this. We're going to offer him a contract. Maybe we just bring Embry back for another season. He wasn't awful with us. So he's not really a big board kind of guy, though. I mean, it's C potential 68 overall, but okay. So lock in those changes and advance, right? Because let's see who else is out there. Maybe somebody's out there for a little bit for relievers. Swindell, no pass. There's really nobody out there that's any good. Except for Steve Reed. Ooh, look at him. Steve Reed's attributes have actually gone up. I don't know if that's a trick, but might be a good righty coming out of the bullpen. Yeah, we'll throw him up there too. He's asking 780, so all right, let's see. He's old though. He's an old guy. But okay, so all right, time to simulate a little bit. See what happens. Okay, so the Twins acquire Fernandez for Jeffrey Hammonds. Sounds about right. I feel like Jeffrey Hammonds got traded a lot. So Alan Embry, and he's going to be signing with the Spos. So welcome back to the club. We let him go. He tested the market and, proved that it wasn't for him. Chucky Knobloch is going to sign with the Yankees. So that's probably going to just make them want to get Jeter back even more, right? Dominic Townsend has accepted our offer to be our farm director. So congratulations to Dominic. Welcome to the club. 40-man rosters must be set by tomorrow. Would you like to stop simulating? Oh, players not protected on the 40-man rosters may be eligible to be selected during the upcoming Rule 5 draft. Yes, I need to stop simulating because I want to make sure that these guys are protected. Best players you could lose in the Rule 5 draft. Hinsky, I'm okay. Cook, I'm okay. James, I'm okay. Young and Irizarry need to stay because that's going to be some trade pieces, right? So they need to stay. Right now we're at 31, so Michael Young. And we can remove them before the season starts, but that way at least they're no longer eligible for the Rule 5 draft. Who else do we have? Let's go to the whole squad. We'll sort this. Peter Bergeron. Who else is in here? Eligible Rule 5. So the column I'm on is Rule 5 eligible. Cocolette, Aaron Cook. Aaron Cook, he's at 55 overall at 23 years old. Yeah, somebody can pick him up. I'm not really worried about that. Christian Parker, Delvin James. Let's go ahead and add him to the 40-man. So right now we're at 33 on our 40-man roster. Hinsky can go. I'm not worried about him. Scott Strickland, he's a double-A. Simon Pond can F off. Okay. So that's that. That's that. We held on to the guys we wanted to. Everyone else can piss off. All right, so let's go. So we're gonna have to hit up that Rule 5 draft too, because maybe we'll get a relief pitcher in there. Paul Bird. Paul Bird signed for $106 million in 2002. Okay, so at the end of 2001. So you know what that means? Let's go ahead. I want to see who had the highest contract in 2001. Yeah, that's obvious. Okay, there's a trivia question right there. While we got some viewers in here, who had the highest contract? Who signed the highest contract in 2001? Who signed the highest contract? Okay, and if you can give me the amount and the team, that would be awesome. Who signed the highest contract in 2001? Amount total and the team they signed with. That would be great. Okay, we sim one more, and today is the day to offer contracts. Yes, we want to stop. If Derek Jeter is still hemming and hawing over this contract, or over, I mean, he's sought after, so I get it, but Jesus. All right, let's go ahead and take a look here. Goes to free agency. Derek Jeter's still out there. So Tony Bautista, we're not interested in you. Derek Jeter, he's fighting me, man. 43%. The Yankees, of course they're talking to him. Do we got to give it another week? We have to. We got to give it another week. We're in week 4 of 16. We're going after the biggest free agent there is on the market. And I don't know. We might have to go after an old Tom Glavine or Mike Messina again if we don't get Derek Jeter, just to kind of fill in a pitching spot. But let's go. It's time. Jason Schmidt, he's going to sign with the Marlins. And it's free agency again. Okay, Derek Jeter is at 52%, which means we can offer him a deal. Derek Jeter. He wants 10 years, $30.4 million. Now, if we sign Derek right now, we'd have $9 million left in our budget, and we would have to really piece together a bullpen. But with the bullpen, we can do that. And of course, we do have those. Prospects. So trading Holiday was a good idea. Good idea. I might be regretting the fact that I didn't go after the full salary dump and hold on to the money and get the prospect, but the question was, about an hour ago, do we want to win now or do we want to wait a couple years? So Derek Jeter, if we bring him down to 9 years, so he wants 10, let's give him, you know what? What's he at? Derek Jeter is 28 years old. So I'm going to sign him for the remainder of his basically his playing career. He would be 40 years old if we sign him to this deal. That would take us all the way to 2013. So I'm going to bump the money up to 30. Let's try to get him up to about 60% interested. That gets us to about, we'll go $6 million to spend. Boom. If we get Derek Jeter, that would be sick. So I just made the first competitive offer to the top 25 free agent, so that gets us up another 5%. That's great. Steve Reed. We're going to just sit on Steve Reed. And let's see what happens with Derek Jeter as we keep going here. So the strategy is sign Jeter, bring up Gagne for the bullpen, trade prospects for bullpen pitchers. So that's the idea. It all hinges on whether or not we get Derek Jeter here. It all hinges on whether or not we get Derek Jeter here. So we're going to simulate all players must have contracts tendered by December 2nd or they will become free agents. We've already done this. Would I like to stop simulating? No. I feel comfortable about that. We're heading toward the winter meetings as well. So here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Derek Jeter. Has signed with the Montreal Expos, and holy monkeys, we have just signed the man. We stole him from the New York Yankees. He will be here until he is 40 years old. That means we have got him locked in, which also means we've got a little bargaining chip with Cabrera as well. And I didn't think about that. Okay, I said I thought Cabrera would be a full-timer on this show, but I didn't think we'd have even a shot at getting Derek Jeter. So welcome to the Expos, Derek Jeter. No. That's not a great job for me, man. That's a great job. My AGM, my JGM coming up with the idea. So now we got to move forward with what we talked about, right? Derek Jeter is locked and loaded. You want him to play catcher? No, I cannot put Derek Jeter at catcher. It'll bring his overall down. So we got to move on from Cabrera, but we can do that. That's not a big deal. Plus, I'm a Jeter fan, so I could never see him rocking the catcher's gear. So, but we got him. Okay, phase 1 is done. This team has gotten to the point where we can actually get the top free agent. We couldn't have got that 2-3 years ago. So there we go. So yeah, we're going to look at the Rule 5 draft. We'll see about getting a solid relief pitcher at the Rule 5 draft. So let's go ahead and simulate to the Rule 5 draft. Yeah, we can take a look at the free agents one more time too, see who's out there. So we only have... Wait a minute. What? What the hell happened? Oh, I see. Okay, so we don't have that much to spend. Because of the couple of signings. A couple guys had to be signed, and they got simulated signed. So that's okay. We're pretty good. Let's see what happens at the Rule 5 draft. So today is the 2028 draft lottery. We don't need to know because, well, it doesn't. We made the playoffs, so. Okay, so no, we don't want to simulate. We don't want to stop simulating. Here's the Rule 5 draft. So let's go to the Rule 5 draft and see where we would pick. So we're going to advance to us. Now, the thing about the Rule 5 is we sign somebody, they have to stay on our club. They have to stay in the majors for the year. That's what happened. That's how we got Tommy Timmons before. So here's what we got. This is what's available. We got a lot of A potentials here. This season is for Torrey. I love it. Because we lost him. We don't know where he went. He just disappeared from the freaking game. Look at our roster. Derek Jeter, Vlad Guerrero, Manny Ramirez, Ken Griffey Jr., Oh my God. I can't believe we're here. I can't even believe I'm here. If this team frickin' fails and doesn't get us past the first round, I'm going to frickin' go nuts. Okay, so we're looking for bullpen pitchers. So here's what we got out here we might be able to get a starter. Lester Steiner, a potential. We want to look at the best players, though, right? So the best players right now, if we're looking at potential, Rafael Betancourt, he's a relief pitcher, but he's 55 overall. Joel Pinheiro. So these guys are all minor leaguers with the possibility of becoming somebody big. R.A. Dickey. Travis Hafner, first baseman. Jay Payton, who I said I really like, but he's a frickin' 51. Heath Bell. Why do I know Heath Bell? Did Heath Bell pitch for the Padres? Think so. Alexander Baez. There's a bullpen pitcher. Carlos Lee. Another outfielder. We don't need an outfielder. Morgan Ensberg, Aubrey Huff. I think we're pretty locked in everywhere but relief pitching. So how about Dougie Mankiewicz, Travis Hafner? I keep looking at the names. So our possible relief pitchers look like this. Alexander Baez, that's probably the best one. Let's see what he is. He's a righty. No stamina. Really need someone who's got some stamina. Albie Lopez. Not awful. Controls, not the best. Clutch is good. Velocity, not bad. Let's see here. What do we got out there? Oh, Cletus Cleary. The 61 overall. You know what? I feel like we're just going to... I think I'm just going to pass. I don't see anything that anybody I want. So we're going to just pass on that. So let's go ahead and advance. And we'll skip. We'll hit okay. I'm going to pass on this Rule 5 draft. We'll just auto draft it. Okay. So it's time. It's time to look at trades. Now it's trade time. Okay. So we have got ourselves a log jam. Let's just go through our roster one more time, see what we got. Starting pitching looks like this. Andy Pettit, Javi Vasquez, Booker House, Trey Moore. Yeah. So we moved a couple pitchers. So, yeah, we do need another starting pitcher because we got Joaquin Carlson. But that's gonna be interesting as well. So yeah, we forgot about that, right? But you see, we did say we can get a lot of pitching with these guys right here. Bunch of shortstops. So with those shortstops, we need to look at some starting pitching. So we got about 20 minutes to go here in the episode. Then we're gonna shut it down. So we need a big time pitcher. Big time starting pitcher. So let's see. No, I keep switching. There we go. Let's switch teams. Pedro Martinez. No, Mike Mussina, who went to the what? He went to the Red Sox, man. Kurt Santos. No, they won't give us Kurt Santos. I did look up Bartolo. Ken Na has not signed. He still has not signed. But they would want. I mean, we just took Derek Jeter from them too. Hideki Arabu, no. Oh, wait a minute. No, I got to pick a pitcher. I got to pick a player first. So we'll start with. Oh, let's start with Cabrera. We'll go for a starting pitcher with Cabrera. No. No, not Roy Halladay. Maybe what did Irabu do last year? 15-7? Yeah, trade Cabrera. Salary dump. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so how about this? We'll just pick that, and then we'll just hit all. And let's see who offers us for Cabrera. We're looking for pitchers, right? So the Orioles. Whoop. What happened? Oh. They offer us Mike Thurman. No. Let's go through the best. Rich Rocker. Oh, wait, there's a starting pitcher. Rodney Mora. A potential 67. Rodney Mora. That's something. That's the win later, though, right? We want to win now. That's the whole point. Todd Zeal, Junior Gill. Ronaldo Norman. So he's not worth as much as I thought he would be. Shit, man, you could freaking trade Derek Jeter and get a bunch of pitchers. I'm kidding. Oh, look who's there. Look who's there. Do we bring back the man, the myth, the Sterling Hitchcock? I don't know, man. That would get us some coin too, right? Because I mean, Cabrera, that's some salary. Go out and get Hitchcock. He could pitch fourth. Hell, we could even use him out of the bullpen. Peralta, he's a B potential 65. Adrian Peralta. We can get Marcus Giles to play second base. He could also, Marcus Giles, whatever. So that's a thought, right? That's a thought. Sterling Hitchcock, he's 31. He's pitched for us before. He kind of struggled the 1 year we had him, but he's been good when we didn't have him. So maybe we give him another chance. What do you think of that? We've got Billy Gonzalez. No. What else do they offer? Oh, Kenny Rogers. We could bring Kenny Rogers back. He went 14-7 last year. Now, he did go 10-4 with us. And if you look at his records, I mean, Kenny Rogers right here, 13-10. He's never had a losing season on this game, except for here where we went 11-12 with the A's. So we could bring him back, but that's a lot of salary, see? I don't want LaBruce. I don't want him. We're trying to dump salary, right? That's the whole point. Dump the salary. Rosenberg. Alfonso Rivera. I saw that too. He's a closer. 23 years old, 74 overall. Yeah, he's on the rise. Look at this. Hits per 9. Shit, 99 overall. That means nobody hits off of him. Ks per 9, 79, so he's about a C, almost a B there. His velocity is not the best. Clutch is getting there. I think he's probably we're looking at like AAA with him. I don't think he'd be ready to come up. You know, I mean, he could be a setup guy with that hits per 9 and that clutch kind of on the rise, but yeah, I mean, that's a possibility. And I mean, we give away a bunch of salary. Then we might be able to get a better pitcher in a trade if we had to, right? So you can go around and just put pitchers in there and see what they would want. Let's go scrolling through a little bit more, though, see if anybody else is out there. David Cowan. Now, he's the same thing. So David Cowan, 28 stamina, hits per 9, Ks per 9, not as good. Not as good. So I think he might be the best option for us. Spencer Gill, Hank Potter. At first I thought I said fucking Harry Potter. Everyone's offering us outfielders, man. I don't want outfielders. I need pitchers. Reynaldo Soriano, B potential starting pitcher, 63 overall. Did not pitch in the majors last year. Not the greatest, but could be a mid reliever from the Padres. Yeah, I think we just move him away. I think we move him out. Where was that? So we don't have to go down that road. We don't have to go down that road. We'll just offer. We'll go ahead and take Rivera. So we get rid of one of our shortstops. Okay. We're locked in at shortstop anyway for a while, so we don't need a shortstop. What else do we have? Let's see what they would want for David Cone. No, they say no. So what is it we need again? We're pretty good at first, decent at second, third, short, left fielders. We got to move a left fielder too. So Hawkins, nobody wants Hawkins. Ratrick. Nobody wants Ratrick. Tommy Timmons. Okay, so we got a couple offers for Tommy Timmons. Miguel Bautista coming out of the bullpen. What do we got here? Oh, there's a B. That's Dave Merrifield again. They're offering us Merrifield, but that's an A for a B. I don't want to do that. Somebody give me an A. Alex Rodriguez. What kind of bullshit would that be? Ladies and gentlemen, okay, we could get oh my God, man. What the hell kind of powerhouse lineup would that be? He's not that good. Okay, I'll pass. Can you imagine that? A-Rod for friggin' Tommy Timmons? I'll leave him. He'll stay. Which means that Zeke Morales could be finding his way out. Because nobody wants... Let's see. We'll go ahead and see if anyone wants him. No. Okay, so these guys are still going to stay down in the minors. They'll be down in the minors. Griffey and Marquez. Trot Nixon. He's a pretty big contract as well. So, Jeter, Vlad, Manny. We need a pitcher, though. Ooh, I forgot he's down there. That is bucks, ladies and gentlemen. That's big bucks. Let's see. CC gets nobody. Not even interested. So our bullpen's going to be Scott Shields. That's another one that's big contract. Gagne, Moda. So we got some arms down there. We really do. We got some guys in the bullpen. Nobody that great. 18-year-old Kevin McClain, 18-year-old Eric Razai. These are deep potentials, though, man. All right, so what else do we have here that we can move? What else do we have here that we can move? Bring up CC this year. You know, I'd like to, but check it out. If we bring up CC this year, check this shit out. So CC is a potential 53 overall, but he hasn't moved. His stamina's 41, so he'd be a bullpen pitcher at best. Hits per 9, Ks per 9. Everything's growing, but it's very slow. And at $26.7 million a year for another 5 years, he's eating up so freaking much of our salary. So much of our salary. So, like, when they created him on here, they just created him at whatever he was probably making, at one point in his career, maybe that year. I don't know. So we need to look at some relief pitchers and just click on them from other teams. And oh wait, I need to remove these guys. I don't know why I have. Oh, maybe that's why we couldn't get a damn trade, because I hit like many guys at once. Okay, now let's try. So we can get Tim Raines Jr. from the Orioles. Don't know how that works. We'd have Tim Raines Jr. and Tim Raines Sr. It'd be like the damn Mariners. We're looking for a starting pitcher, and we're not going to get anything. Scott Shields is a good bullpen pitcher, so we're going to use him. He's just going to be a bullpen pitcher for us. Maybe we have to go back now. Oh, that's better. That's why. Okay, so Sidney Ponson for Zeke Morales. Sidney Ponson for Zeke Morales. Sidney Ponson, he's a starting pitcher. He'd be a pretty good mid-long reliever, right? We end up with 20,000 out of that deal. Zeke Morales, a left fielder. We don't need a left fielder now that we have Manny. So let's keep going here. Rory Bennett. Bernardo Torres. Jared Washburn. Last year he went 9-12. I think we bring him in, put him in a bullpen. Alan Price. Sterling Hitchcock, man. Everybody wants Sterling Hitchcock. Or everyone wants to give up Sterling Hitchcock. I should say something. Adam Taylor. D'Angelo Siddiqui. I don't know if that's a real dude. It's a cool name, though. Sidney Ponson for Zeke Morales. How about the Orioles trade right there? We could throw Sidney in the... Boom, there you go. So he's gone. So we'll have Manny, Tommy, Kareem, and Ratrick Von Schfinga. That's the way this looks. And we'll be able to get a couple more free agents because we've got some money. I think. We don't have the budget that some of these teams have. We really don't. Well, maybe because we're freaking paying out the nose for a lot of these guys. So let's see. Go here and what else do we have we can move? We got this kid now. That's right. He could pitch in the bullpen. We're going to have a lot of movements to make. We got JT, Ryan Zarco, Lawrence Romero. We got two solid first basemen. Hinsky. Jeff Blum still sitting down there. We've done enough with the Yankees. I think they're over us, to be honest with you. Who else we got? I'm not going to trade any of those left fielders. I'm just looking to see who has what. Pitching, Billy Howard. The White Sox have a relief pitcher, 82 overall, A potential, Billy Howard. They want Solomon Crow and Ed Marquez. It's going to cost us a little bit, but okay, that's interesting. We got prospects at first? Yeah, I know. Let's see, though. He could play left field, and he could play third base. So, Lawrence Romero was one of our first draft picks. I don't know. I think. Let's see. Yeah, he's never even played, man. He's growing, though. Is Zarco growing? Yeah, he's kind of stalled out at 57. I don't know. I don't think we want to move too many people here. I think we might have to rely on some free agency now. We don't have any money, though, do we? Let's just simulate to the next free agency. Royce Clayton signs with the Mariners. Okay. So why would I want a frickin' Nephew Perez? What do you call somebody else Stephanie? Isn't Stephanie the same lady that was dealing with us when we were Chad the Tank? God damn you, Stephanie. She's horrible. I mean, Chad ended up in friggin' wherever he was. Springfield? Not interested. Thanks, lady. Not interested. All right, let's see here. So we're still looking for some relief pitchers, and we have Okay, what the freak? Now we have $29 million. How did we end up with... We went from like $185 to $29 million. Okay, so we can do this through here. We can get this done right here. So, all right. We are halfway through free agency. We went for 2 hours. 2 hours tonight. We're halfway through free agency, and I'm thinking I might be back tomorrow night. Assuming I get out of work early enough. I got to put somebody up here on the board, though. They want us to put somebody on the board. So let's go ahead and take a look at a relief pitcher. I'm going to let you make 2 picks. So my JGM, my AGM, I know you're still watching as we approach 9 o'clock here, but go ahead and who do you think we go for? I'm thinking we definitely need some relief pitchers, okay? And then we can fill those other spots. I might even, now that we did that, I might even maybe I'll just let the system fill everything in. What do you think? Here we got 2 minutes left. Do we just let it go and then just see what happens? What it does. We got what we needed. Everybody's locked in. The contracts are locked in. We'll go back and double check everything one more time. But we can just discard and let the staff handle everything since we're halfway through. And we did what we wanted. What do you think? Thumbs up with a couple minutes left. Then we can close out the episode and start the new season next year. Happy to do it. Okay. I got 1 thumbs up. That's 2 out of 3. Perfect. Okay. So we're just going to do that. And let's go ahead and simulate. Then we'll take a look at the roster, see what ended up happening. There's nobody else that we needed to really deal with. Everybody's locked in. So let's just simulate right to the arbitration hearings. The Braves are interested in offering us a trade. We will always look at those. Sterling Hitchcock for Will. No. Are you sure you wish to decline this trade? Okay. What else we got? Tom Glavine signs with the Dodgers. How about that? So we have 42 players. We're going to allow it to auto fix it for us. The GMs did that. Our associates, so we just let them. We're just hanging out by the pool now for the rest of the off season. They're doing everything for us. So really excited to see what it's going to look like. Sim to renewable contract. We already just see who's renewable after all this. Nobody. All right. Time to sim to spring training. Auto fix the 40-man, and then we can always adjust some of that next week. Sim to the off season. I hate that it does this shit. Okay. Okay, here we go. So we're heading into spring training. Kenny Rogers, still a Met. He'll go up against Andy Pettitte in that first game of the preseason. So we're right here at the end of the episode. We're going to take a look at the roster. We're going to see how everything looks. And then we'll go from there. So this year's starting pitching staff. Holy shit, look who we ended up getting. So it'll be Andy Pettitte, Javier Vasquez, Tim Wakefield, Sidney Ponson, Trey Moore, and Cal Eldred will be our 7th man or 6th man. in the rotation, so it'll probably go between Trey Moore and Cal Eldred. I think the main guys are going to be, of course, Andy Pettit, who went 13-10 last year. Javi, who went 13-8 for us last year. Tim Wakefield at 35, going 12-7. The knuckleballer, of course. Sidney Ponson, he went 9-16, and hopefully we'll get a little more out of Trey Moore in 2002 than we did in 2001. So at relief pitching, we'll have Alan Embry, so he's back in the bullpen. We did end up getting Steve Reed, so we've got Embry the lefty. Wait, let's put these in order, right? Yeah, so we've got Embry the lefty, Steve Reed the righty, Russ Springer, John Wasden, Scott Shields, and Eric Gagne will be pitching. Well, this is for spring training, so he'll get a chance here in spring training. Yeah, I know. I saw that. We're going to lose Ratrick. Yeah, I know. I saw that. Closing pitchers are Trevor Hoffman, Rivera, and Hebson. Catchers, Jason Veritek, LaDuca, and Bobby Henley, still a part of this club. And he didn't play at all last season in the bigs. First baseman, JT Snow. We got Ike Diggs. He's the backup. We have Zarco and Romero down in the minors. Second base is Kilvio Veras. We've got third base, Ekstrom, Sprague. We got David Bell. DeAndre with a lot of third basemen, man. Is that third basemen's? No, third basemen, right? Shortstop, of course, Derek freaking Jeter. Here he is, baby. And these guys are all going to play and try to they're going to try to get a roster spot, including Michael Young, who we're going to get to see a little bit. Maybe I'll play some of this spring training just to see what happens. Left field will be Manny Ramirez. We do have Patrick Van Schwinga, but what is up with him? What does that mean, D? Oh, he's on waivers, right? I think that's what that means. I think. I don't know. No. Why? We're going to release this dude, right? What does this mean, D? I don't know. That's a little crazy, but Terry Jones, he's going to go. What does D mean? D. I'm going to have to figure that out. That's Ken Griffey Jr. spot. And, of course, Vlad Guerrero. We got Curtis Pride. I like Curtis Pride. Oh, designated for assignment. Good call, man. See, that's why you're here. So maybe we can... Oh, we can't. I can't do that today. I can't do that today. Kerry Robinson. We might lose him. We might lose him, but that's okay. That's okay. The massive Estonian. Maybe he'll go somewhere else and come back and kick our ass. But, okay, so that's kind of where we are. That's a good thing. Our depth chart looking a little bit better. We're still weak at catcher. Actually dropped to 20th from 9th. We were 19th. We're 11th at first base, but look at our infield. Where's Derek Jeter? Derek Jeter is... why is he a catcher? All right, that's going to have to get figured out because that's bullshit. He needs to be a shortstop. You know, he needs to be a freaking shortstop. Why is Derek Jeter a catcher? I'm editing him, and I can't. Derek Jeter is a shortstop, and his secondary position is... I see him playing third base. What do you think? There we go. Get that stupid ass catcher. And I don't know what's going... Oh. Okay, there we go. That's next year. So he's there. Okay. Alrighty. So that's it. So let's go back here. We're going to jump back. All right. So we are through episode number 25. We are through 25 episodes with this Expos Club. And just a little rehash. Once again, we had year one, a completely shitty year. Year two, I wouldn't say way better, but better. We had our biggest piece of the puzzle, Ken Griffey Jr. We added him. Well, our first real free agent signing was Ken Griffey Jr. Of course, we had Mark Grace, a couple other players. We made a huge trade for Trevor Hoffman. We almost made it to the playoffs. Year three, we make it to the playoffs, get swept by the Marlins. Year 4, we have 3 home games and still lose in the wild card. So that's where we are. That's where we are right now with this club. So we're gonna finish up. Like I said, I got some business to do here over the next couple of days. So I'm gonna be a busy person. Hoping to get in here tomorrow night. Maybe even get through a little bit of the spring training, or just keep your eyes open. There might be maybe just a little recorded episode edited, and I'll put that out maybe midweek, so at least we get to see a little something from this club in spring training and get to see Derek Jeter in the Expo red, white, and blue, baby. So a big thanks to the assistant GM, to the junior GM. Pops, I know you're watching for a little bit tonight too. So big moment for this club, getting ourselves a little bit of Derek Jeter. I've never been that happy about a video game. It's like the first time I pulled something like that off in a freaking video game. So with all that being said, everyone, if you stuck around this long, be sure to like, subscribe, and enable those notifications. That way it lets you know when I go live, and you'll be able to catch this live, because I'd love to get way more in the chat. Not that I don't appreciate the folks that chat with me now, but I would love to get a little bit more in the chat as to building this team. So that's going to do it for tonight. If I don't talk to you at all during the week, remember, make sure to, of course, take care of yourselves and take care of others. And everyone have a great week, and I will see you next time right here inside the cave.